Hey guys, Devin here with Lifetime Preparedness. It's 12:51 in the morning, just hanging out, having a good time. Gotta get up probably like 6 o'clock in the morning for so I can be to the car place by 7:30. I went to drop my car off today because the ABS lights on and the traction control keeps kicking in, even though nothing is happening. As well as the four-wheel drive lights coming on. I'll just be driving around the road normally. Perfect weather. Traction control kicks in. Then I step on the gas. RPMs rev up. No idea why. And then it's fine after that. Sometimes the lights are on, sometimes they're off, sometimes it's affecting me, sometimes it's not. Don't know. It's been a weird couple days with it. So I have a feeling it's a control module or something like that. So I went to drop it off, and someone, you put your keys in this little envelope. Someone bunched their keys up and put it inside the little slot, and it didn't go through the end. It got stuck at the end. I tried to take a pen, I tried to take a knife, everything, tried to push it through. Couldn't get it through. Tried to stick, couldn't get it through. So pretty much I didn't want to leave my keys there. I would have just dropped them off, been able to sleep in a little bit, but it is what it is. I guess it's whatever. But I tried to leave the keys there, but if anyone went up to the slot, they could have reached in, pulled the keys out. I didn't feel comfortable with that because they could have taken the keys, and my car was just sitting in the parking lot. So, um, yeah, I'll take my dad's truck tomorrow, and he's got a couple of them, so I'll just take one of his, and I'll go up. And it's a couple towns over, so it's not too far. It's probably like a 25-minute drive, not far. But I'll drive, up there in the morning and see what they say. And, give them the keys, and then they'll have it for the day and make their decision, figure out what's wrong with it, whatever it is. I don't know. I've been rambling too damn long. Guys, it's the gym. I'm here with my friend Jim tonight. We're good friends. But, I don't know. Sometimes I think Jack's a better friend. Sometimes I think Jim's a better friend. They're both good. Both good friends, but, you know, I don't know. Some people have a favorite. I don't know. I've been sipping for a few hours. But, yeah, guys, I just wanted to share some stuff with you. Some of my, because I'm an avid, video gamer. I'm a big fan. Obviously, I'm Generation Z. I like video games. I'm not even a millennial. I'm a Generation Z. So, you know, I like my video games. I grew up on video games. Show you some movies and books because I've recently gotten back into books. I used to hate books. Actually, I don't even have all my books here. I can't find all my books, but I can tell you the ones that I don't have. So, uh, with my video games, some of my favorites here, some of the best video games I've ever played. Obviously, my all-time favorite video game right here, Skyrim. It's phenomenal. It's one of the most amazing games I've ever played in my entire life. Open world. You can put 300 hours into it. If you take your time, you can put 300 hours into this game and never beat it. So, I made the mistake of not, beating it for a long time. It's been out for 9 years and I haven't beaten it. This playthrough that I've been playing for the last year, on and off, is I am gonna beat it on this one. Got all the add-ons on it because it's special edition, so I'm gonna beat it. I'll beat the Dawnguard quest, the Dragonborn quests, all that, the Hearthfire. I'll get the main quests done, all the side quests for the most part, all the guild quests. I'll get all those done. It's a phenomenal game. You're a guy, you know. Um, I don't know. In my opinion, this is futuristic world. Swords, dragons, this, that, and the third. I think in my opinion, it takes place after Fallout 4. After the Fallout world, where they have technology, guns, this, that, and the third, But this is also another game that I really love. But Skyrim, number one game. Now, the gameplay, it's a little old, it's from 2011, so the gameplay isn't the greatest, but it is still, as of now, I think the best game that's on the market. If you want an overall amazing experience with the game, Skyrim is the way to go. I love Fallout 4, great game, nuclear fallout, you're in a bunker, whatever, you're frozen in a bunker, 200 years after a nuke, boom, you're in Fallout 4. Really good game. It's very fun. There's different factions. You start from scratch. You don't even have a gun at first. It's really a fun game. I highly recommend it for people. There's settlement building. You have to get people in your settlement. It's actually a really good time. This came out a little later. I think it was 2015. Yeah, 2015. So this came out 4 years later. The improvements for Skyrim on this are insane. Now, that's why I'm like, if you get into Elder Scrolls Online, I've seen some gameplay. It's a lot similar to Skyrim, but more Fallout-esque, if that makes any sense. But yeah, big fan. But some other games that I find phenomenal, you guys might like this one, The Last of Us 2. Now, The Last of Us 1 was great and all, but The Last of Us 2, damn, it blew me away. It's all female characters that you play as, and it is phenomenal. It is probably the best story mode I've ever played in a game, if I'm being honest. I don't know, it's Skyrim, it's a different kind of game, so if we're putting Skyrim and Fallout out of the equation, it's an open world game, so if we're talking non-completely open world games, or even open world games, honestly, without excluding Skyrim and Fallout, The Last of Us 2 and Red Dead Redemption 2 are probably two of the best games I've ever played in my entire life. Phenomenal games, open world, amazing stories. There's people that have cried because of these stories. Like, I'll be honest, I felt a little emotional with some of these stories. Like, you get into them like watching a movie. It's insane. You really get into it. I didn't cry, but I felt like I wanted to. It was phenomenal. A couple of the games, obviously, Call of Duty's fun to mess around with. It's a good time. Campaign's fun. Online's fun with people. It's a good time. Just wait, kill some time, get some shooting in. Good, just something to do. And then Far Cry 5 Gold Edition I have, but it's a good game, really good. As a family, it's a cult. It's in the United States. You start from scratch. You got like one gun. Blah blah blah. You're a sheriff. You come into town. You try to stop the cult, and it goes from there. It's a really good game, and put a lot of hours in it. I did the final mission without finishing the side mission, so I didn't get all the trophies, but it's a good time. I know a lot of people on here aren't into video games, but I figured I'd share with you guys anyway, because it's me. I'll show you some movies too some of my favorite movies. So my all-time favorite movie series, The Santa Claus with Tim Allen. I tell you what, this is just phenomenal. I've been watching this. This came out before I was born. I believe the first one came out in '94, and I was born in '98. So I mean, I've been watching this my whole life. Santa Claus, phenomenal movie series. I get into it every time I can. It's so good. It always makes me smile, makes me laugh. All the things. Now this movie is more recent. This movie, when was this from? 2016. Wasn't huge in the box office. It's The Accountant with Ben Affleck. Now I'll be honest, I'm a huge Ben Affleck fan, but this movie kind of touched home for me because I work with kids with autism and adults with autism, and this movie was just phenomenal. It's about a guy who works for the mob. He's an accountant, and he has autism. He's on the spectrum, so it's actually really a phenomenal movie, and I highly recommend you guys watch this. It's really, really, really good. It's excuse my friend. This movie was very, very, very well filmed. I really recommend it to you guys. It's going to be a long video, by the way, guys. So if you're still watching, God bless you. Another great movie, The Dark Knight. Everyone loves The Dark Knight. Christian Bale, one of the best actors of all time. And Heath Ledger, the second, I know you guys are probably going to yell at me, but the second best Joker of all time. Because one of my favorite movies, The Joker, I've seen it 6 times since it came out, and I'm pretty sure it came out a year ago. Let me see. Yeah, I believe it came out in 2019, if I'm not mistaken. If not, then it was 2020. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it was 2019, 2020, something like that. But this movie is, wow. Joaquin Phoenix, phenomenal. Like, one of the best acting performances I've ever seen in my entire life. Blew me away. I watched it 3 times in the first 2 weeks, so there's that. Now, if we're talking just acting performances, this movie, Split, wow. Split was something. Split is a phenomenal movie. I highly recommend it. Those are the 2 best acting performances I put at the top. The Joker with Joaquin Phoenix, and then Split with James McAvoy. It's phenomenal, the performance that those guys put on. It's super impressive. Some other movies that I find really fun. Obviously, Red Dawn. You guys should have seen that coming. Red Dawn, one of my favorites. Obviously, the old one's good too, but I don't have the old one on DVD, so I watch the newer one more often. Chris Hemsworth's a pretty good actor. I like him. Good movie. Josh Peck's pretty decent too, but it's not a bad movie. I enjoy it. I've showed you guys the other SHTF movie. One of these ones coming up are some of my all-time favorites, along with the Joker, the main Joker movie. That one, the Santa Claus, The Dark Knight's good too. Split. There's some of my favorite movies. The It series. This is chapter 2. But It is one of my all-time favorite movie series. The new ones. They're amazing. I don't know. I find them so fascinating. Awesome, intriguing, not scary, but awesome. Also, Defiance with Daniel Craig. This movie is, wow, just go watch it. It's about a Jewish family during World War II with the Nazis and all, hide out in the woods. In my opinion, it's Daniel Craig's best performance. While we're on topic of World War II, if y'all haven't seen Band of Brothers, go watch Band of Brothers. Also go watch Inglourious Bastards, because that movie is amazing. But Band of Brothers, it's on HBO. You can buy it on DVD fairly cheap. Go check it out. I have Band of Brothers in the Pacific. I haven't finished the Pacific yet, because I have so much I've been watching. I've actually been knocking out the Blacklist. I almost knocked out in a whole season while I was organizing and cleaning today. So I think I got like 10, 12 episodes. So half season. But yeah, go check out the Band of Brothers. It's pretty good. And then these are some of my all-time favorite movies. What one do I want to start with? Let's start with this one. The Gridiron Gang with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Exhibit. This movie it's one of the most unique movies I've ever seen. And The Rock, it was one of his first really good roles. It was when he was a lot younger. It was right after he got out of wrestling. Because this film was, 2007, 2008? Yeah, it was 2007, so, this was a long time ago. This was 13 years ago, right? If I'm not mistaken, it was 13 years ago. This movie was, wow. I was extremely impressed. I watch it to this day, and I'm like on the edge of my seat. Just like I am with a lot of these movies that I'm showing you guys. These are the movies that really get me on the edge of my seat. Other than, like, Red Dawn, I know what's going to happen in that movie. I just enjoy it because it's an SHTF, kind of movie. But, these movies get me on the edge of my seat, and Defiance, too. I know what's going to happen with that one. But, another one is what one do I want to show you guys first? Let's do both at the same time. Training Day and Django Unchained. So obviously Denzel Washington, one of my favorite actors. He's a phenomenal actor. Training Day, one of the best movies I've ever seen. I know a lot of people probably will disagree. I love this movie. It's phenomenal. Great movie. Ethan Hawke, Denzel Washington, the phenomenal movie. I don't know. I just get into it all the time. And then Django Unchained, Jamie Foxx, Leonardo DiCaprio, Christoph Waltz. It's just, I mean, Samuel L. Jackson too, obviously, but Django Unchained, man, it's a good movie. It is a good movie. One of my favorites of all time. I'm a huge Quentin Tarantino fan. That's why I recommended you guys Inglourious Basterds, Django Unchained, Hateful Eight. Just one of those movies that's on. If it's on, I'm watching it. Like, I'm into it. Doesn't matter how many times I've seen it. I can watch it 4 times in a week and be into it every time. It's just that good of a movie. Highly recommend that to you guys. Let me grab it here. Whoops. It was this book was holding it up. Let me show you real quick. It's a book I'm actually on. I'm about to start chapter 2. It's called Chaos. Charles Manson and the CIA. Charles Manson. All right. So Chaos. Charles Manson, the CIA, and the Secret History of the 60s by Thomas O'Neill with Dan Piperding. Really good so far, and I'm only 2 chapters in. I'll show you guys again. Really good. I'm actually using my Spartan Armor pamphlet as a bookmark, so I want to pay for a bookmark because I have a Spartan Armor pamphlet, so why not? Yeah, so that's a really good book. I watched that on the Joe Rogan podcast. Tom O'Neill was on there. Highly recommend the Tom O'Neill Joe Rogan podcast. Obviously not one of the best, but a very, very good one. Highly recommend it. One of my favorite books so far, and I've only read a chapter of I read the prologue and the chapter, and it's already one of my favorite books. And then a classic that's one of my all-time favorites. It's a really good one. Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. Read this in 10th grade English with wow, I'm drawing a blank on his name. It was God, what was his name? My English teacher, Mr. Something. Honestly, one of the best teachers I've ever had. I want to say Walsh, something, Mr. I can't. Next video, I'm going to let you guys know, because it's probably Jim over here confusing me. But, yeah, it was a good book. He was a phenomenal teacher. I'll let you guys know who he was next video, but he was a phenomenal teacher, and there's only some teachers that you remember, and he was one of them. Him, Mr. Kemp, he was woodworking. Tom Nash, he was my electrical construction teacher in Bosse's. Great guy. He's still local. There's a lot of good teachers I had. Not a lot, but a few. Really enjoyed. But yeah, Fahrenheit 451. A couple other books. The Giver. That book blew me away. I've read that a couple times. Fahrenheit I've read twice. The Hatchet, I've read that a couple times. Brian's Winter, things like that whole series I read, I think, except for whatever the last book was. But also, highly recommend. If you guys watch the show Jericho on Netflix, it's on Netflix. It's not a Netflix original or anything, but they have it on Netflix. I watched it years ago. I've watched it like 4 or 5 times. It's an SHTF show. Nuclear attack, all the major cities for the most part, EMP, blah, blah, blah. It ends after 2 seasons because it was canceled. season 3, 4, 5, and 6, I'm pretty sure, are on comics. So, highly recommend these. I just realized that, so I'm on season 3 right now, and then once I'm done with this, I'm gonna get 4, 5, and whatever, all the way up to as far as they go, because this is just, well, it's my favorite. So, one of the best shows I've ever seen. Some other shows I've seen that are my favorites, yeah, obviously Breaking Bad, Supernatural is one of my favorites, Sons of Anarchy, Game of Thrones, obviously. Got a Game of Thrones lamp right here, got one over there, got a couple posters, Game of Thrones all the way, man. I got a Game of Thrones beer flight, I got a Game of Thrones coasters, I'm just a big Game of Thrones guy. Couple other shows, but that's a big one for me. Those are some big ones. Yeah, figured I'd talk to you guys for a little bit, doing my drinking, so gotta get up in 4 hours, so 4 or 5 hours. So yeah, I'm gonna get off. Guys know what to do if you want to show support for the channel. Talk to you tomorrow. I'll put a video out. Probably get one or two videos done. Something for Thursday or Friday, and get something out to you guys tomorrow. I'll let you know what's going on with the car. Yeah, talk to you guys later. Have a good one.